What is up, everybody? This is MPK, Mr. Pretty Kitty, for those that don't know who I am, coming at you with some Young Lions training sessions. It's gonna be a great couple of hours here. Just gonna go ahead and get some first to two sets going on with some people here. I'm gonna have Racewell coming in so we can explain some offensive related stuff. So pretty much this entire Young Lions training session is gonna be about learning offense and offense related tools. So let's go ahead and get Racewell in here. Say hello, Racewell.
Hey, what's up, guys?
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get it started with let's do a little bit of explanation on what offensive tools are first, and then we'll get started with playing with watching. Who is it again? TY4 Brawl versus Pichu, and we just go ahead and explain some things and do some critique during their match. So give me an idea of what you think offense and offense related tools are, Racel.
Oh, let's see.
As vague or as broad as you want to explain it.
I guess it's just kind of weird to honestly explain for me, but honestly, finding the right openings to actually, start, throwing out your attacks, whether you have more range or something more close range. Basically, being a little bit smart about it, but trying to keep the pressure on the opponent still. Trying to keep them guessing.
That makes sense. That's pretty good. Offense to me is I probably have to stay vague with this. It's pretty similar to what you described there, but in the chat, the mix TM, yeah, that's part of offense, but offense doesn't really equate like completely to mix ups and things like that. Offense can be pressure, as in being close to the opponent and maybe having better buttons than them, or just being close to your opponent with the opportunity of doing that mix up. So like characters like Arizona are very offensive related characters, like Tina, Arizona, and Paprika, while other characters are defensive related characters like I wouldn't say Palm, but mostly Velvet and Oleander. So characters like Arizona and Tina are really pretty much offense, like 100%.
When should we start?
And
No, I
got
was
questions.
asking in the game.
Oh, okay. So just doing some
Alright.
voice chat stuff in there. Okay, so in the chat they said there's also course spacing and whip punishing based offense. That's part of offense as well. It's a very big concept. You can be close to the opponent, just playing neutral and just doing things like whip punishing and having good spacing. You can do things like say play a Tina and just go in completely with buttons, black cancels, flips, and things like that, or just have pressure based offense like Arizona, where there's not a lot of scary going on, but she has a lot of very safe and sometimes even plus normals, depending on if you push block or not. So just being in their face can count as offense. Let's go ahead and get started on watching at TY4 Brawl here. It should be versus Pichaquaz if they're here. I really hope I said that correctly, Pichaquaz. Am I spectating? Okay. There we go. So we're gonna have
there we
them,
go.
yeah, we're gonna have them play a first to two set here and just pretty much commentate, but have some emphasis on like offensive techniques and things they do along those lines. And then after that, we'll go ahead and pull them in and discuss what they're doing and what they were thinking at the time and some of the things they can probably improve on.
If I'm right, I think Brawl plays Arizona.
Good. Then we'll get a lot of offensive related stuff here.
Oh,
Never
I was off.
mind.
Round one.
A double pack mirror, okay.
Yeah. So right there, using tools that cause a mix up like okay, there's a lot actually going on that's actually related to offense. So Brawl is actually putting on a lot of pressure right now. He got hit currently, but he did a lot of mix-ups in between that. T-shirt has 2 overheads in it, and okay. T-shirt has 2 overheads, and Cartwheel C has an overhead in it as well. Teleport C is also an overhead, so them being mixed up automatically makes them offensive related tools.
I'm kind of surprised that T-shirt hit the teleport C.
Yeah, it's got a pretty decent inbox on it. No punishment. We're probably trying to go for another cartwheel. Nice block, and just super, okay. Nice block.
Could have punched with the jab instead of super, but okay. A lot of 6As being thrown out there.
It's a really useful tool on hit, mostly because it goes lead into a launcher and be a mix-up tool on block.
Apparently your mic is too quiet.
Outstanding! Let's see if it's working now. Let me fix it. Okay, how's that? Any change to...
Apparently versus me, that I'm a lot louder. That's what they're comparing it to.
Okay. How about that? Still soft? Okay.
Kind of a weird option to wake up with charge C. Oof.
Final round. Fight.
Right, still there, Keith? You're kind of quiet.
Okay, so I'm trying to fix this because I have to change it every time we do a stream, it seems. So how about that? That's the other microphone. How about it's already at 100%.
Could have followed up after that charge V.
Okay, there we go. Alright. Okay, so the main thing for Precast Pressure is that she has a command grab, as well as the opportunity to do 6A, which causes a stagger on airborne opponents, as well as a 4-way mix-up off of super. So she's very steamrolly when she's in. So that's pretty much why her buttons aren't as good at getting in as like other characters like Arizona or like Oleander or things like that.
Player 2 wins. Where to from here? Heyo.
That
Oh man, that was a lot of buttons being pressed.
Yeah, it was a lot of buttons. So that's the first match. Huh. It's really odd trying to commentate some Paprika matches because it's just sometimes a lot of buttons being pressed. Okay, so that's the first match. Sarah says, does this game have layered offense like Marvel games do, for example? Some characters have that type of layered offense. It can get pretty deep in terms of layers, but I wouldn't say there's more than like 2 to 3 levels of offense for that. Some characters are extremely linear with their offense and single layered, like Oleander without Fred. She pretty much only has one way to actually mix you up, and that's 6C, and that's her overhead. Characters like Velvet has 0 layered offense, for example. She can't do really any offense at all. Arizona probably has 1 to 2 layers, because then she can make herself safe with like safe jumps and things like that, and still require you to guess. And then she has the option of making you guess the safe jump as well as doing 6B, which is her 20 frame overhead, I believe it is. And then there's Tina, who just can just do whatever she wants.
I would still disagree on that, but
I see a lot of things that she can just do.
What the? This is nuts.
Yeah, it's a lot of button pressing. I think for layered offense, Palm has the most opportunity to do layered offense, really. Things like Mama Dog, several dogs like Chopper and Digger, body mix-ups, her JC, just everything she can do is pretty much layered.
It's actually a lot of specials going out from Brawl.
Yeah, it's
Why
like-
not the best idea on the ground because they're extremely punishable if they do get blocked. Especially the whiff volcanic crash on the ground.
yeah, you really don't want to whiff specials as like Pap
Well-
or Tina really.
Well,
Considering
in general,
last-
you really don't want to throw out specials like crazy as Tian at all.
yes, especially considering she got nerfed last patch from her all of her airborne specials actually have more recovery when she lands. Jab into super, that works.
That works a lot better since they actually decrease the amount of star frames after the time freeze.
Yeah, I think
Before it
it's
used to be like really hard to confirm the level 1.
Now it's
yeah, I think it's like 10 frames now or so. More
Pretty sure it's less
bouquets.
than that, Boom! Wow.
I like the patience from Ball, but he's got to be able to punish these types of things.
KO.
That's double jab and a super, and I think Peacha is currently making it 1-1. I'm not sure. I can't remember who won the last one.
KO.
Right, I think Peachy did win the last one, if I'm correct.
I'm not sure.
I was trying to focus on what was going on versus the actual wins.
Yeah. Let's say it's 1-1 and watch one more. Ah, that's 2-0. Okay, that's fine. All right, so that was a lot of button pressing going on there. That's perfectly fine, bro. That's what we're here for. Let's go ahead and bring them in so we can discuss what's going on there. Since there's a lot less people this time around, we can pretty much have some specialized time for each person in each match here. Let's go ahead and bring them in. That's Brawl. And is that pronounced Peachy Claus? Peachy Claus or Peachy Claus?
Yeah, it's Peachy Quest, but I don't know. Many people can pronounce it as they want.
Hey, I got it right the first try then. That's nice.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
So,
Cool.
Peachy, give me some idea of what you were going for during that match. Just give me a rundown of what you were trying to do.
Well, the thing is, I'm not sure what I tried to do. As the moment I hit once, I connect one hit,
Mhm.
I immediately try to come out with a T-shirt
Mhm.
and then the kissy face. And if I can, I do that process again. And sometimes that works out, sometimes it doesn't. But the thing is, when the enemy somehow crosses me up,
Mhm.
I have no idea what I'm doing, so I began to push all the buttons. Sometimes it works, sometimes they don't. I know I shouldn't do that, but it's a bad habit.
That's fine. Yeah, that's what pretty much training is for, is figuring out what bad habits there are. So,
Yep.
is Brawl there? Is Brawl on the mic?
Yeah.
Okay, you mind giving me an idea of what you're trying there too? So I can go ahead and gauge what's going on. Like, what's your general game
can-
plan for whichever character you pick? And if you don't have
It's
one,
hard
that's
to
perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine.
Yes. Yeah. I've been mostly playing Paprika a lot more recently.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any combos really, but every once in a while I try to throw in a free T-shirt, which usually works more often than not.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot of Pat players starting out use T-shirt to get those laundry combos in. So that works pretty fine. One thing to get started for a character that you want to learn is figuring out some of the basics, which is having that starter combos, probably pretty decent. Learning defense. We'll probably just stick around learning the basics today as well, and then just bleed in some offensive related things. It's kind of hard to build on offense if you're having some trouble playing the character, so we'll just start with that. The main thing getting started, I believe, if you just started playing TFH or pretty much any fighting games, is figuring out the buttons. After that, it's figuring out pretty much the starter combo. How did you get started with fighting games, Raysol?
How did I?
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, like if you want to go way back, like I played the first Mortal Kombat on like PC because that's when I actually started. But when I actually like started learning was in Skullgirl's PC beta.
Okay, did you do like any tutorials or guides or anything like that, or did you just dive in and until someone hits your head with a wrench to figure things
Oh
out?
man, I'm the kind of guy that just goes in and just learns the hard way.
I feel you. The way I learned it was I started with Street Fighter. Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition was like my first like actual fighting game. I've been known for like Melty Blood for a good while, but Street Fighter 4 was pretty much my first fighting game. So the way I went about it was looking at tutorials, guides, and things like that, and asking questions. Really, I'm pretty sure there's a couple videos for TFH out there. I know we have some pinned on the Discord server that can pretty much get people started, at least understanding how the game works and things like that. I don't think we have any character specific like combo video type of things to get you started with like BMBs and stuff. I know there's like clips and things people have
I
created.
don't know about from you guys, but yeah,
Yeah,
there's some out there.
Yeah, there's stuff that people have created on their own and linked to the server and stuff. I think we can figure out where those are and just add them to the server. But I think picking a character to get started as like your favorite character and possibly starting as a main is a good decision to make. So that way you're not like floundering all about with like 4 different characters at once.
Yeah, because you just start to confuse yourself at that point. Once you get a solid base, then you could probably like start like going to someone else like that interests you.
Yeah, so I think Peachy Quaz and Brawl were pretty much both a Paprika player for now. We'll just go ahead and just start with Paprika. We're gonna get to Dandar and DJ Lab and Mr. Master in a little bit here. From the chat, it says, "Did you say there's a Discord?" Yes, there's a Discord. Give me a second. I'll go ahead and link the Discord link into the channel.
There's a Discord?
Yeah, there's a Discord.
What's the link? I should join that.
You should totally join that. Do we have an open link there, Rich? Somewhere. I know they're all up on
drop the link to the Discord in the Discord also. I want to join.
There's actually a very little content for Palm because because most people kind of get thrown off how complicated she becomes. And there are how many actually? I mean, there's Oscar, there's Hammett, like who else? I'm trying to remember everyone
there's
else.
like there's Krakatoa.
What's his name?
There's
during
mostly
the end of the
harmless.
beta, Viva, I fought him and he was a palm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Viva on a Toon Link referee.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah,
he
he's
was
definitely
playing
a palm. Yeah, there's absolutely some palm players out there. I've been dabbling with palm too.
There was one in the recent Paprika tournament also that got pretty far.
Oh yeah, I think mostly harmless is there too.
I forget who it was.
In the chat, it says Palm looks like a hard character to learn. Palm is a puppet character, so by default, her higher level stuff is kind of hard to learn. But on a base level, she's kind of simple if you don't use dogs. Sarah says Palm still has 3-frame hard to block. Yeah, they're pretty hard to block, but again, that's some of the higher execution kind of stuff. Yeah, I'll get the link for the Discord server in a bit there, Mr. Estrom. Give me 1 second.
I'm on the lower end of Palm, spamming mostly jump heavy.
I mean, that's how most of them start, to be honest.
Yes.
Where is that?
Jump heavy, duck heavy, occasional barks. Yeah. I'm not so good at the puppeteering.
Not find that link. There we go. Expire. There we go. Okay, I can't seem to create an invite link. Can you create one there, Raysol?
I could try to get the one from the forums.
Yeah, go ahead and pull that one. I think we have like some on the YouTube channel too. All right, Yina actually showed up. Shoutouts to Yina. It's been a while since I've actually seen her on the server.
Oh yeah, she's there training.
Yeah, we'll probably rotate her in here too. Let's see if we can get that server link.
Oh, Rich is back.
Okay, cool. Rich has been having some connection issues, so
Ah,
find that server link.
Got it.
Got it.
got it.
I can't post it. That's fine. Give me a second. I'll get it. What is? Let's
Okay,
see.
we're starting to get a few more people.
Yeah, people are starting to bleed in now.
Oh, yeah, I didn't boast. I was just using chatty, so I didn't realize it got blocked on the main chat.
There we go. There's the server link. Okay, we got it.
Oh, you got it?
Got it.
Alright.
I wish Song left me some notes here, but it's okay. So pretty much for Paprika's offense, after discussing getting started with like a first time combo and things like that, her offense is mostly related around mix-ups off of wake up as well as her command grab and the and her 2A low. So the way it works for her is you want to make people afraid of that command grab. So once they're afraid of the command grab, they'll start doing things like holding up back, pressing buttons, and things like that. After they're afraid of the command grab, you can go low with her 2A, that crouching light, and stop them from pressing buttons as well as trying to up back.
Oh, that command grab. I've never been able to do it on purpose. I sometimes grab someone, but it's not on purpose. I'm like, what? What just happened? What?
Yeah, her command grab is it's pretty much a shuriken input. It's forward, down, and then down forward, basically. Sarah says, I hope she's a true grappler, the GOAT, which is the next playing character. Yeah, I kind of...
No, they
Nappy really
seem
wants a
more,
grappler. So.
somebody
they seem
wants
more
to...
tricky than a grappler from the little we know about them.
Yeah, I think it was going to be like... I think the GOAT was probably going to be like El Fuerte from Street Fighter, maybe, I think. But yeah, this...
Maybe like Vega bouncing off the walls.
Yeah, maybe like that. It's going to be some wall bouncing play.
Definitely, yeah.
After all, the goat could climb everything.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm still hoping for an elephant grappler. They'd be like part tank, part grappler.
True grappler with Tager shenanigans. Okay, local.
Calm down, Strider, man.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and check the training queue here. After we go ahead and watch some of the matches here and discuss offensive stuff with it, we'll go ahead and go into training mode afterwards and actually get a good in-depth look of what offensive is.
Yeah, I probably won't be around for that.
That's
I'm
perfectly fine.
leaving in like 20 minutes to do some.
Yeah, I saw that
Then
some people had like
operates.
not much time here for this, but we'll go ahead and make as much time, make as much
Yeah,
of the time that we have. So we're gonna go ahead and go to
yeah, I
Dandar
could
versus
stick
DJ.
around if you want.
There we go.
Barely got in there.
And Sarah actually is laughing at there being aerial tick throws. That actually is a thing in this. You can do like jab into air throw on their way up. There's pretty much like
I
a lot
reckon
of
you're
tech
in
in this
for a
game that you can figure out if you have the time.
Ready?
And there's also the command grab set up for Tian.
Jab into teleport A. It's a very nice air to air from DJ Lab.
Just you wait.
There's that t-shirt combo again. A lot of new Paprika players going straight to that t-shirt combo.
Oh man, that launcher whip. Probably better to go into 2C than the 3, than the... Yeah, than
Yeah,
the 3.
2C and then
No, not 2C, sorry.
Nice block on that cross-up teleport C. That was a very good block.
I'll get you.
Just dash up, jab in the kissy face. And you can see that Dandor's doing short hop a lot of the time and jumping in with that JB. That's a very good approach option from Arizona.
It is indeed.
It's
Oh,
over now.
ooh. Does he not know how to block Paprika Super? 'Cause
I'm not sure. I've seen a lot of people here getting hit by that Paprika Super.
yeah, I think he kind of can block the other way.
There's that short hop JB again. It's a very good approach tool. Covers a lot of space. Has some decent active frames on it. And there's
So-
a launcher whip again.
In fact, these people are not aware or have forgotten, Paprika Super, wherever she looks, that's where she's coming from. So block in the opposite direction from where she looks.
Dowering for a
Just jump back into super, gonna bet the farm. And here's that portion where I was talking about Paprika having a 4-way mix-up. After her super, she actually recovers in time to be able to get a short hop, as well as like pretty much any offensive option she wants after the super. She can do same side, crouching low. She can do short hop, cross up. She can do command grab, and pretty much you have to either guess or block the incoming.
That's really crazy.
And right there, that was a really good trip guard catch from DJ Lab. It's a headbutt. And an overhead.
Paprika wins.
And Southern Fox in the chat, shout out to him. All right, one more. I see a lot of players actually struggling to defend against Paprika. A lot of her stuff is not as oppressive as most people would think.
Like my pa always says, never underestimate the power of a kick in the head. Fight!
Round start, jump back. Very nice rope. It's 2 magic. That's that Arizona Oki. She has 3 lows, 2A, 2B, and 2C. And then her stomps are all low as well. Most of the time you want to put that fear of that 6B, that 20 frame overhead into their head by just going for a lot of lows. And Sarah says you can probably fuzzy guard most of Pap's setups probably. Yeah, that is actually one of the defensive options against Pap on her super wake up.
He's going for that JC a lot with Arizona. You should probably go for the JB if he's going from a distance. Like that, but that was a little too high.
Dander is actually woken up here. He's actually blocking the Pap super.
Yeah.
Counter hit does a lot
He
of
didn't
damage.
believe in that 5C.
Ooh, just barely missed that headbutt.
I'll get you.
Probably would have been better to go to A headbutt instead of that C one.
Heyo.
Oh, and there's a 6B.
And there's that 6B.
Few of my favorite things. Kicking.
So I see a lot of players actually forget that you can push block again after you successfully push block. So say you're in pressure and you do a bad push block and they're still in your face. But if you're still blocking correctly, you can push block again right after the push block has recovered. Good block on the bouquet. Oh, what a cross under. Gonna get to level 2. Oh, and just barely missed the rope.
Yeah, he's gotta stop doing that C headbutt after that. Ooh, bit of lag.
punish. That was I think he actually recovered off of that headbutt in time. That neutral rope has been working out for Dandar this entire match.
It has. But he's really got to break that habit of that C headbutt grip, and he's doing it way too early. Or he's just doing A or B headbutt. It'll probably hit from there.
Sarah asks, are invincible backdashes a problem in this game like they could be? The invincible timing on backdashes are different depending on when they're being done. So say you're on wake up and you do backdash, you have frame 1 to frame 7 invul, I believe. And in neutral, you only have frame 3 to frame 6, I think. It's either frame 1 to frame 6 on wake up or frame 1 to 7. And one more for that. There we go.
Alright.
So invincible backdashes aren't really a problem in this game. It's more actually a movement option. Mostly because you can cancel backdashes into up back and normals and specials and supers. So them being invincible would be a little bit too strong if it was invincible the entire way. Like if you did backdash during pressure, you would get hit by anything. Basically any normal on screen you would get hit by.
Five A interrupting the cartwheel.
Yeah, he's going to the specials a lot earlier doing his combos, like going jab into 5C. Good block. Ooh, could have punished that launcher. Good block.
There we go.
That's the block. One thing I've noticed in this game is that specials aren't really used as pressure extenders, except for like a couple things. Like Oleander can use specials as a pressure extender, like say Light Spark or Page, and Velvet can use Snowflake as an extender for pressure. But most other characters can't really use specials as extenders.
I know Arizona can with the stomps. Especially... Go ahead.
Honestly, the stomps actually are pressure enders. She can't really do anything after you block the stomp. She can do like rope maybe, but if you like push block light stomp, you pretty much save from any option she takes after that. And if you just hold the stomp itself like up close, you can punish it with jabs. You can punish light stomp with jab, honestly. So it's more of a pressure ender than an extender or a mix-up option.
Oops.
Is that t-shirt working out in his favor again? Cross unders. Southern Fox says, what about frame traps with stomp? There aren't really any frame traps with stomp because it's more of a gimmick than an actual mix-up or anything like that. Mostly because you can block stomp like completely. Like once you block light stomp, what headbutt!
Arm headbutt taking down the super damn.
Oh my goodness. Magic Headbutt is negative 14 on block, so once they blocked it, you're pretty much eating a combo. Like if they block super, after you try to do the gimmick where you do like double stop and the headbutt and the super, that pretty much only grants you chip damage, so you don't really want to get into bad habits like that. Like honestly, it's better spent using the magic during the stomp pressure to do magic dash to get out of that situation, just because you can get punished for like doing anything after stomp. I think that's 1-1, I believe.
No, that was actually the third one, if I'm right, wasn't it?
I think it was 2.
Yeah, even then it was like a what? I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was
that
2-1.
was the third
Wow,
one.
that was
Yeah.
fast. That went extremely fast. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and bring DJ in here and Dandar. I think Dandar has all of his stuff muted, so he can listen in on this. So DJ, what was your game plan going into that match?
Mainly I try to do cross ups and stuff like that, but I'm still getting used to controls and I still drop buttons and stuff, so I make mistakes because I'm still getting used to using a keyboard on a fighting game.
Awesome. I kind of wish I could ask Dandar the same thing. Was Dandar the Arizona?
Yes.
Okay, that was some pretty decent play. I believe he was going for some safer options after he realized that DJ was going for a lot of buttons in the air and on the ground, so he went for just blocking some of the stuff, which was a pretty good option. It got him, I believe he got a win off of that one, just from changing up his play there. For offense with Paprika, you pretty much want to go for those cross ups and things like that. That 2A that she has is really good when you stagger it, just because they want to get out of that range for command grab and for trying to get out of that range for cross ups. JB and JC both are really good cross up buttons for Paprika. There's Dandar. Got a question for you if you're there.
Yeah, hello.
So for your Arizona, what's your game plan when you go in?
Mostly just to man, I was thinking about this earlier because asking somebody else. Really just to get in as quickly as possible and get a mix up. As soon as I get the mix up, then I want to go into my specials and into really the one Arizona combo I know.
Okay, I gotcha. It was working out well for you after you adjusted some of the PAP shenanigans going on, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, no, that and I mean I fought him before, so I know what to expect. And also I just got the jitters really bad in that first match, so
Yeah, you did pretty good at the very end there. Good stuff. Go ahead, Raysol.
No, it's because I understand the jitter thing. Like that's just gonna happen at the start. Like I still get it. I get it in tournaments though, but because like I don't know, I just don't like getting judged a lot.
I still get jitters.
That's just me.
I get jitters every Magic Series tournament the entire time.
I think I feel like that goes away once you start feeling comfortable with the game or fighting games in general. Really, it's just time.
Yeah, the more you play, the more like experiences you set yourself up in, the easier it gets. So training helps with that. Playing people that playing better people, and just getting exposed to the game helps with that. For Arizona, it's a bit easier to explain just because the way she is pretty much one of those characters you can drop in and get results quickly with. For Arizona, her offense is really related to the fear of that 6B as well as her JC. So you were doing a lot of things that I saw that were really good, like doing the heavy headbutt into 2D and then going for pressure off of that. Just because her 2D has a hard knockdown at low Jogodoke, you can get things like, say, dashing up into her lights, which are low, her crouching light, doing 2B and stuff, or just going for that 6B overhead. Just because if they're not doing any like invincible thing, they're gonna get hit by it usually.
Yeah, no, I had learned that trick from other Arizona players like Bubble Boots and Candel. So yeah, I those guys, they know how to use it pretty well. So I figured, hey, that might be a pretty good thing to pick up.
Yeah, it's really strong just because of how 2D works. Let's see. Let's go ahead and is Mr. Master and Yina still here?
Let's see. Well, I know Yina's here.
Mr. Master just disconnected for some reason.
That's great. That's fine. Let's see. Kiva's here. Is Cringius here? I see him there. That palm up there. Shout out to Kiva actually getting TFH and bringing it downtown. He's one of my OG friends from way back. So shout outs to him for showing up and joining the Young Lion stream. All right, let's go ahead and watch Yina here.
All right, who are we gonna get versus Yina then?
Just gonna spectate just in case. Who else do we have here? I see Mr. Estrom. Let's see. Southern Foxy is here. I'm not sure if he needs any changing. It's Mr. Estrom. That's fine. Yeah, that's Mr. Estrom is Mr. Master, so we can just watch them.
Ah, is he here? Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah. I hope he's joined the Discord so we can bring him in for the voice chat after his matches. And Yina's gonna be playing Velvet. I'm not sure who Mr. Estrom plays, but Yina is a pretty decent Velvet actually. She's gone pretty far in some of the earlier tournaments. Back before Velvet was as strong as she is now. Yina's been working pretty hard on her Velvet, and shout outs to her avatar. That is a gorgeous avatar.
Yeah, that's definitely new. That was not there before last time.
Now, I honestly say that Velvet doesn't have any pressure per se, but she does have offense-related tools like 5D, snowflakes in general, some icicle setups, her Shatter A and Shatter C. So she has offense-related tools, but they're not really useful for pressure. So just keep that in mind. She still can be offensive, just not as scary as most other characters.
I think we're having some connection problems, possibly.
Yeah, they're still playing out, but so shout out to Yina, still just chucking ice.
Not yet.
It's over
Ooh.
now.
What a block on that overhead too.
Not for the effort.
That was perfect.
Not sure if it's a lag, but I think there might be a bigger skill gap here.
Fight.
Yeah, I'm seeing it there. Mr. Estrom's saying that he's a big noob. Yeah, that's fine being new to the game. That's what this Young Lions training session is here for. We're going into training after this just to show off some stuff. So just be sure to tune in after the matches so we can discuss things. And Yina's showing off some
Seriously?
character knowledge there. Going for that 1D, I believe it is, that snowflake that goes towards Velvet. It's pretty much the best tool against Oleander as Velvet.
Yeah, Yina's been putting in a lot of work lately.
Over now.
In real life and in TFH.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Good for you too.
Velvet wins. Rematch? KO.
Okay, so that was a tough match to connect to, but Yina is still pretty much a solid Velvet. Alright, is Yina here?
In
Where
the
is
Discord,
Yina?
but I don't think she's in the voice chat.
Yeah, I don't think she's in the voice chat, so we can't ask her questions if she's not available for the voice. I believe Mr. Estrom actually joined the server. She's here, so join the voice channel there, Yina.
Get in here.
And 12B is
Just gonna-
here. Shout out
You
to
bring
12B.
them in after one match only.
They're having some connection issues
Just
between each
join
other.
any of the
so-
voice chats.
Yeah,
We'll
just
drag
join
you in.
any voice chat. That's Mr. Master.
I just started.
You bring them in after one match only.
We can hear the stream through the mic. That's might want to mute the stream there while you're in the voice
Oh,
chat. So that's
I'm
fine.
sorry. Give me a second.
It's alright. Join any voice chat in the Fightin Discord. Any one of them that you can get in.
And Sarah says, am I the only one who thinks zoning is beautiful to watch? You're not the only one. Zoning is fantastic. I love playing Velvet. And I love playing Oleander. I pretty much play those two the most now, along with Arizona. But that's for my offensive stuff. All right. I love playing Oleander.
Okay.
You know, can you move the stream, please? Thank you. Okay. Starting off, what was your game plan going in there? What were your thoughts when you started the match? Outstanding. I love it. Okay, let's go ahead and start with Mr. Master while Yina's getting situated. Mr. Master, what was your idea? What was your game plan going in? Like, I noticed that you said that you're new to the game, but I want to
Pretty much.
go ahead.
Well, I was decided who I want to main yet,
Mhm.
and since Yina was doing Velvet, I decided to try Oleander this round, and yeah, that move against Oleander was completely OP. I could not even get close to Yina, especially since I'm completely incompetent with boarding skills.
Yeah,
You know, I've got heart and I'm trying, and that's what counts. Right?
that's absolutely what counts. That's pretty much how most of us here has actually gotten so far. Like, getting started, I'd say you can pretty much join the Young Lion streams here. Song Hacker does an absolutely better job of managing these things than I do, but you just pretty much get exposed to the game, watch some of the videos that we have posted up for whichever character you decide to play. We have some tutorial guides and some videos on the side in the pinned messages here on the Discord server. And I'm pretty sure anyone here is available for you to actually ping and get some training time with too. But for the most part, whenever you decide which character you want to play, just go ahead and give a ping to some of the characters that you've seen playing that character, and they should be able to give you some ideas on what you want to do. But since you played Oleander this time, I'd most likely say get used to her buttons. They're a little slow on the start, but they're really strong and they cover a lot of space. So getting used to covering space and not going for, like, say, really offensive style play is what you want to get used to. Shoutouts to Sarah, was in the chat and actually joined the server too and asking questions there as well. Go ahead, Yina. I got a question for you too. Are you there?
Yeah, is my mic working now?
Yeah, you're working out. Awesome.
Okay, good.
So give me an idea of what your game plan is when you started that match.
Well, I knew that if I could keep Oleander away from me, there wasn't all that much that she could do. So I just had to do a lot with the zoning game, and you notice that I used a little bit of wind to kind of help against Ollie jump-ins. But yeah, I just like putting stuff up on the screen. I like throwing garbage at people. That's pretty much my game plan against any matchup.
Yeah, that's the fun stuff. You actually played that matchup pretty well. Mr. Master is pretty much new to the game, but you still stuck into that role of a zoner, and you did pretty good. I saw Mr. Master actually trying to press forward, and that's pretty much what you want to do is Oleander in that matchup. Gain as much magic as you can, as fast as you can, and just press forward to get Velvet into the corner. Thank you both for that. You guys did pretty decently well. Yina, I've seen that you've been training for a good while, so keep up the good work with that. And Mr. Master, just remember to come back and feel free to ask any of us for training or anything like that. Okay. All right.
Sweet.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and move to the fifth one if we have Let's see the voice chat. Oh, there's Kiba.
Cringes and Kiba. Looks of it.
Yeah, let's go to that. And I hope Kiba's actually listening in so he can actually join the voice chat. Honestly, haven't heard Kiba's voice in a long time. I don't think I've ever heard his voice, so. And then after this is gonna be Twilbury versus Biribus? I think that's how you say it. He'll correct me once they're in the chat.
Oh no.
You guys watching now?
Oh, Rachel didn't get in. Oh no.
The server kind of lagged, and so I wouldn't move, and ooh.
That's okay. That's fine. You should be able to catch him next match. Kiwa's gonna be playing Tina, and I think Cringe is gonna be playing Palm. We're all queued up right now. We're just waiting to get in. Is it possible to spectate a training match? I can't remember if it is.
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool. Then we'll do that then. Alright, keep it on the left playing Tina, and Cringe is playing Palm on the right. I really love these palettes.
Oh man, the Charizard X palette.
And Cringy is already showing off that he has some mix-ups with Palm already. 2C is a low from Palm, and Chopper, that downward strike, is actually an overhead. Kiba's been practicing his Tina B&B. She's actually starting to land that combo a lot more often now.
A little simple, but it's good to start with.
Yeah. About 1.5k, I think. It seems like it. Cross counter! Someone's using cross counter! What a world! I am already loving Cringius. No punish on that universal launcher, that 3C. Ooh, and no punish on that cross counter either. Ooh, what a cross up! Backing off, getting that chopper call. Ooh, could have blocked that firecracker kick and just called chopper.
I'm sorry.
He was taking a lot of straight hits here. Those straight hits really do add up, especially when they're counter hit. With that board, no punish on that 2C slide. Has a lot of recovery on it if you whip it from Tina.
Yeah, it's not really good to throw out on neutral unless you know it's gonna hit him on block at least.
Ooh, and I really like the usage of Chopper from Cringius there. He's just chucking out that overhead, getting that ground bounce. No pickups though.
I hate this. Too close.
Ooh, just out of range for that firecracker to catch.
Please don't. Impressive.
Nice cross counter getting out of that corner. Somebody's been watching for the defensive Young Lions training session. Ooh, what a volcanic crash. Ooh, nice conversion. Saw that he got the hit and went to the 2C into the launcher.
Oh man, yeah, that crash, nice.
Oh, what a trade! Traded off of the Bork and actually recognized that and used the 2C to convert off of it. And that's actually some character knowledge there. Cringius understanding that Tina has no real options against full screen super except like, trying to escape it.
Well, she can still super jump over it.
Yeah, but that's not a counter against it. It's more of an
It's
escape
not
option.
a counter, but at least stops you from taking the chip damage.
Yeah, Kiba was actually low enough to not be able to do that, so.
And with Jan's health being, well, Palm being the lowest as well, you want to avoid
the
as
lowest.
much as you can. Yeah, you want to avoid as much chip damage as you can. It adds up really quickly.
Yeah, that was some really surprising play from Cringius.
It was good on both sides.
Yeah, Kiba's been practicing his combos there, and he's been playing against like characters like Arcanel and myself and some other players, so he's trying to figure out the defense aspect of it. Okay, so that's the first match going to Cringius. I'm liking the Palm play. You know, I would really enjoy seeing a lot of Palm players actually utilize Digger more often.
I hope you have been keeping
That's
up
the
with your
least
training.
used dog.
I think it's the strongest dog in her arsenal. That's not Papa Dog. Nice movement from Cringius too. Just completely denying those cross-up opportunities from Tina. Just getting out of that range. Ooh, combos! Nice safe jump back, JC. Ooh, really unsafe.
Oh,
Kiba
could have punished that launcher.
Yeah, Kiba, I don't think he understands what's safe and what isn't safe yet. Ooh, he is definitely not aware that it's completely unsafe. Nice block on that air, JB.
Ooh, nice out here.
Now it's my turn.
Ooh, nice block on that 2C too. Volcanic crash, gonna back tech? Nope, no tech. Gonna keep that juggler cage. Good option. Oh no. Let's keep it
Level
half
two?
those.
Level 2.
Does he have it?
Does he have it? Oh.
Oh no, he dropped it out, but he gets the hit anyway. That's fine.
He could have crashed from there. It would have worked.
Yeah, it would have worked. Good effort though.
Round 2. Fight.
Shouts to Mostly Harmless in the chat. I know she's using that Brinsaw's name, but I know that's Mostly Harmless. Really good pawn player.
Well done. Again.
Ooh, not blocking in the air. You can still block in the air against things like that. I don't think there's any air unblockables in the game. Nice pressure. What a 2A!
That was not a good time
That
crash
was insane. That was absolutely insane. Just completely stopped that volcanic ash.
Ooh. Surprising no punish on the bash.
Yeah. I'm not sure if some of the players here know what's punishable and what isn't punishable.
And grounded bash is not safe. It's not good to throw out there.
I like that Cringius is actually choosing not to check most of the time, but he did just check. 5A is working! Oh my goodness!
Ooh.
Oh my goodness! Cringius is throwing out all of the 5As and they're just working. Palm's 5A is the best anti-air. Is that Bitey Dog on screen then?
Little later than anti-air, the GCB though.
Oh, nice challenge! Cringius is awake right now.
Hit that JB a little too late. Came out.
Nice block on the double cross up. Really good defense from Kiba right now. Getting opened up low though.
That was a second.
Nice defense. Very good defense. Nice 5A again. 5A is just working overtime right now. Excellent block on that air backdash too.
Yeah, the empty flip isn't generally a good idea right there.
I see.
The super. Ooh, no super jump. Gonna have to take this chip. Nice block. Oh, it didn't block low afterwards.
Since Cringius wasn't really afraid to press buttons to challenge the flip, doing the empty flip was just, yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Ooh.
Also, I understand that Cringius was absolutely just perfectly fine with throwing out really unsafe normals, just because I think he understood that Kiba was not aware of what was safe and what was unsafe. All right, let's go ahead and see if Cringius is in the chat. That's Kiba.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Finally heard your voice for the first time.
Yeah, this is the first time. What's up?
So, give me an idea of what your game plan was going into that match.
The first one, or the first round, I was just trying to feel out like what I need to do, and then as the rounds came by, it kind of went down to me feeling it out to me trying to figure out like how to stop the chase.
Mm-hmm.
And it just got to me. The air to airs I kept losing to her, stuff. So
yeah, I saw that a lot of 5As were just working in Cringius' favor there. Also, are you aware that 2C, 5C, and Launcher are all unsafe on Palm? Like, if she does not cancel 5C into Digger, it's completely unsafe to jab and things like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
so same thing with the launcher that happened multiple times. You were able to punish it. It's that dog bark on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's actually -13 on block. All launchers are -13 on block.
Okay.
Yeah.
So any of those, I could have just easily just punched it out.
Yeah,
you could have 5B'd and punched it.
Yeah, you pretty much. Even 2C from Palm is really unsafe, even if she cancels it. So if you're close enough to her after she does 2C, you can pretty much just hit jab and get a conversion.
Oh man, dang. I know that sucks.
Yeah. That's fine.
Oh man,
that's
why we're here.
Really watch those empty flips, man. Like a lot of people could just literally just jab out the flips.
Yeah, empty flip has some recovery on the landing, so
Oh man, well, now that I know that, it actually seems way better, like easier kind of time. But,
Yeah.
If you're gonna flip into the corner like that, you're better off pressing either JA or JB.
All right, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
for most characters besides Tina and Arizona, you can pretty much just block load for the entirety of their strings. Palm, you
Mhm.
can pretty much just block load the entire time. The most you can do is call chopper or do like instant air dash things after like jabs. But at that point, you can just up back or just stand block and like react to it. So there's no real danger to palm strings. There's just being aware of when Chopper there is there and when Digger and Bitey are there, because they're pretty much what extends her pressure.
Okay, so it's just waiting it out for the
Yeah,
right time.
pretty much. If you watch for 2C, you can pretty much jab most of her stuff out. Launcher is absolutely unsafe. 5C is unsafe if she doesn't cancel it. So just being aware that those are your punish options is pretty strong.
I see. Cool. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that should help you out pretty much against most other palms. So I really wish Cringius was in chat so we can bring them in.
Oh, he's not in here?
I don't see Cringius.
I don't think they're in the Discord chat.
Also, want to be somewhat fancy or dodging the what's it, chopper pup. You can also 7D the moment you see it start to come out. Just like go straight through it.
Yeah. I wish we could get them into the Discord here. And Rich is clicking. I really wish we could get Cringius into the Discord so we can ask them some questions, because that was some really good palm play. I saw a lot of challenges with 5A that just worked out. That was great. I saw some anti-airs. I saw some combos. It seems like they're coming along pretty far with palm.
Definitely.
And Yina in the chat says push blocking against palm is great for mix-ups. That's actually extremely true. That's more true than I think she understands. For most of palm's setups, if you block the initial part and push block immediately, all of the cross up, all of the shenanigan is basically negated. Like some of her mama dog setups are pretty much null if you push block first, like at the first possible moment. So it's actually extremely true, Yina. Let's see, who else do we have here? We've got Twilbury versus Barabus. Let's go ahead and get them in here. Go ahead and watch them. After that, we'll just go, me and Rachel are going to go into training, and if anyone wants to spectate that, you can go ahead, but we're going to go ahead and go into training and just explain some things. Gotta be more confident in that.
You definitely, confidence is key.
Yeah.
Don't ever play yourself down ever.
Southern Fox saying he can't get a match. Currently, we're pushing an hour and 20 minutes right now, and I really want to get into training mode to start explaining offense. So, might have to stick around after the stream if you want some training stuff. But for now, we're pretty much locked in. All right, Twill versus Barabus. I think Twill is playing Paprika. I'm not sure who Barabus is playing. Shout out to Twill too. He's actually a really good artist. Some of his art he's been posting in some of the other channels, and I think he drew his own avatars. We live in a society. All right, Twilby on the left with playing Pat, Barabus on the right playing Arizona. I am shocked every time I see 5D rope hit. At least in neutral. Just because you can crouch and then go underneath it, you can jump it, you can backdash it. Pretty much if you're just standing still or backing up, you can get hit by it. That's the only ways to get hit by it. Now, I'm not sure if Barabus has actually mapped his attack buttons.
Yeah, because he's just pressing magic. I haven't seen him press anything else yet.
Yeah. I have not seen him press any button besides magic. So I don't think he actually has his attacks
Oh,
mapped. Oh no.
It's over now.
And we dropped out.
There was a 5A in there. I only saw a C button and D so far. Oh.
Yeah, I actually dropped out, so I think my net skipped here, so...
I think Joe's really feeling himself right there.
Yeah.
Damn, the 3 teleports in a row. Oh, the shenanigans.
Yeah, I think I dropped a couple seconds worth of stream time there, so I'm back now.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder, does he have the button set up?
I hope so. It's gonna suck if he didn't.
Because it seems very odd.
Yeah, once they're done, we'll go ahead and
Oh,
check
there's
it
an
out
A.
then. Wow. Southern Fox really wants a match here. He's actually spectating. I almost gave him a match if he wasn't spectating, but he's still there, so.
Oh, there we go.
He's actually pressing buttons now.
I mean, it's surprisingly a lower amount of buttons that you see pressed from new players, but you know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's probably a lot more cautious.
For the training segment of this, I'll pretty much go through each character's offensive options and explain what they are and how they work. Thank you, Moobot. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad you're here. With the actual
really
Discord link and the Twitter stuff. Wow, what a pro. Shoutouts to Moobot holding it down. I actually have to like tweak with Moobot to get him to post the stuff more often. Ooh, Rich with the facts. Twilbury actually did the art for match commentary stream number 11. Nice.
Just refrain from touching the Moobot, okay?
Yeah. Do not touch the Moobot. Alright, so once they're done, we're gonna see if Biribus actually has his buttons mapped. See, we have Yina here, Dandar, Waffle Crisps. Thank you so much for coming out. DJ Lab, Mostly Harmless, shout outs to her. JC Strife, Peachy Quaz. I really like that name. Mr. Estrom, Unanimous, Mityati, I think. Dr. Quirky Science and Leg Horse out of nowhere.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm very curious what was going on Biribus' side.
Alright, there we go.
Might as well ask.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, it didn't seem like Biribus had his buttons set there. It didn't look like it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because mostly at the start he wasn't pressing much except magic, which is a little strange. Oh. Oh. Oof. Okay, I don't think you can set the buttons here in the lobby though.
You should be able to if you go into training and then set buttons.
Right. I forget about that.
Rich is having some technical difficulties on his side.
I don't know.
Press F to pay respects to Rich. Yeah, once Beerus has his button set, we'll go ahead and watch a real match there. I think they were playing Arizona versus Paprika. For Arizona in that matchup, you really want to hold your ground. Like, you have access to 2B, 2C, her anti-air 6A, and stomps, as well as short hop to go over some of the stuff that Paprika can do. But you really just want to hold your ground and punish things that are punishable against her, because she has to approach you for the most part. Rich is absolutely having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, are we going to count that figuring it out match?
Hey, we're not gonna count that one. I wouldn't count that one.
All right.
Thank you to everyone else repeating what I just said. I love it. So, what are your thoughts on the Arizona versus Paprika matchup?
I mean, well, they both kind of have like similar things because they have a lot of like things to mix you up with, and especially in close range. I don't know. It's hard to say who has the advantage there because I feel like it's more dependent on the player at that point.
Yeah, I can understand that. I'd say Paprika has a little bit harder time than Arizona in that matchup, just because most of her things that they went straight into it. Okay.
Well.
So that's fine. And Southern Fox is actually spectating again, so I guess he doesn't want to play a match while we wait. So that's fine. In my opinion, Paprika has a little bit harder time in that Arizona matchup, just because Arizona has pretty much a bit longer range if you take into account her stomps. Paprika's 5B and 2B are really good, but if Arizona's playing like patiently and safe, Paprika has to approach her. She has to approach her. So taking into account, Paprika pretty much loses her opportunity to do like any mix-up since she has to move forward. So if she's moving forward, she's either charging forward or she's going for like pokes and things like that.
So they went in training mode. That's what happened.
Oh, okay, so that's fine. So finishing up off of that. Okay, we're spectating now. Let's go.
We're ready.
So, expounding on that, Arizona stomps can pretty much shut down a lot of ground movement from Paprika, and if if Paprika comes in from the air 6A, it pretty much shuts that down too. And since Paprika doesn't have like easy access to an anti-air, you can, if Arizona needs to, she can approach with like 6C, JC and things like that.
Yeah, that's still that issue with Paprika. If she wants anti-air, she will end up getting a forward cartwheel A instead.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are crowding them, so it'll auto target.
Don't touch the cow.
Don't touch the cow.
Right, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, yeah, definitely Arizona does have the range advantage with stomps.
Like with stomps, yeah, Arizona has the range advantage. But if Paprika can stay on the ground and like keep her patience and do short hops to go over them, then it pretty much becomes like a better matchup in her. Like it becomes better for her. But then she has to deal with like Arizona seeing that she's short hopping and then approaching. So since Arizona has better offensive options, like during her pressure, that's kind of scary for Pap. But if you're like great on defense, you can just block it all and punish whatever she need to. You guys are silly.
You know this happens every stream.
It
Come
does.
on.
You guys just bully me all the time.
Is it really bullying when they're circling you?
Yes, because they've done it for like how many beta streams did we have, and then how many regular match streams did we have, and then how many TMS streams did we have?
Do you have to bring up the random pap circles with them wearing weird hats?
This happens all the time, guys. Come on.
Hey, streamers curse. Come on, you know that.
So once Biribus is finished, we'll go ahead and end the commentary on that.
I don't get it. I just came in here. I've been gone for like a cool minute.
Who is that, by the way?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Check.
That's Tywolf. That's fine. So once Biribus has actually set his buttons and we get a match from 12B, we'll just go ahead and go into training mode with me and Racel, and then we'll explain some offense stuff with each character. I'll leave Tina offense to Racel, but I'll explain all the other characters' offense. Taking a while to set those buttons.
The awkward silence.
Yeah. So, let's see. Just gonna steal Arizona offense. If you want some tips on Arizona offense from what I do, you totally can take what I do, Southern Fox. But that I pretty much haven't made my own tech in like months.
Is it really stealing when we're literally giving it to you guys?
Yeah. I honestly have not made my own tech in months. Like, actually went into training mode and hashed out some new tech to do. I haven't done that in months. Still in training. How long does it take to set buttons? Discover the fact that Smug Deer is the best character to play. That's really difficult to say, you know. Velvet is really difficult to play against, like, say, Arizona. Like, that is probably the hardest time I have playing against a character, like, as her. Like, Tina, I can, like, that's pretty much, Velvet is like a strong counter to Tina. Paprika, if you just play patient and just cover most of your options and just block all the unsafe stuff she does, you can pretty much just steamroll Paprika. And if you do like the negative edge, like crosscut DP on Paprika's super full-way mix-up, you can pretty much just deny all of her mix-up opportunities. Oleander is pretty much just using Snowflake to stop her from reading and just being patient and waiting things out. Like, you can anti-air any air teleport she does, like with jab or 6A, if she does it low or high, respectively. Let's see, Palm, that's a difficult matchup for Palm because she doesn't have like the get-in options that the other characters do, like teleports and just super jumps and things like that. So she has to take a lot of stuff like straight to the dome.
If she could find a way to make her her dash, the command dash.
But that's so
it's
linear,
unsafe.
And you can call it out. Like, I have like punishes specifically for her command dash. Like, I have counter hit, like max damage punishes just for her doing that. So it's a really risky thing to do against Velvet. Like, it'll work, but you got to figure out when to do it, or else you're gonna get a ton of damage because it does count as counter hit on recovery.
If there's a way you can do it, I'm not sure if you can do a Velvet with the chopper dog. Possibly, unless it's an icicle, then like you're kind of out of luck.
Yeah, whew, she takes so much damage off of that. And the combo I have is kind of sick too, because it involves like a setup icicle. So, oh, it's kind of sick. But against Paprika, just wait it out. It'll work. Punish whatever she does that's unsafe. remember that Paprika's anything into super is not real. You can jab it out with every single character in the game. Let's see. Velvet Mirrors, it's pretty much figuring out where the holes in her zoning is and just casting icicles in between those holes and then approaching. Because Velvet's like really weird when she's in a mirror because one, she can just not care about any pressure that the other Velvet is doing, and the other, if you don't know that, you're pretty much getting oppressed. Let's see. Arizona is probably one of the scariest matchups for Velvet, just because rope, stomp, and super jump into things, and like being able to deny any pressure that you have, like with magic headbutt, magic counter, super. Magic Dash goes through most of the projectiles and winds up being safe, so she's in. Then if she cross counters, she's in your face, and if you block anything, you have to block the 6B. So that's a really scary matchup for Velvet, in my opinion. And oh my gosh, they're still training.
He's still in there.
He's still in there. I think we gotta move on.
Maybe he fumbled the buttons and now he's stuck in the menu.
I don't know, but we gotta move on here. It's been an hour and 30, so
a lot of time.
Yeah, we've been wasting a lot of time here. So let's go. Let's
What do you want to do?
I really would like 12B to get a match in here. So let's do
12B Foxy.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, you wanted a match anyway.
Yeah, we'll just do one match with them, so we can go ahead and get in training in.
One match. We're gonna divide over here.
One math only. All right, so we should be able to see some Arizona stuff. Southern Fox is decent intermediate Arizona, in my opinion. He's come a long way. His defense is really solid. Some of the options he takes is really good. He's got to work on the scrambles and stuff like that, but he definitely has some stuff in his belt.
Round 5B.
And Twilby already showing off some of the paprika stuff there. There's that stomp, that frame trap stomp. You really don't want to press buttons during Arizona's pressure.
Didn't block low.
Missed that headbutt. Nice wake up cartwheel. Dropping the combo there. Ooh. There's that teleport punish.
Oh! Forgot about that reverse hitbox on the JC.
I might actually steal that just to get the corner swap.
Round 2.
Well, it's recorded, so you totally can.
Good block, good punish. That's 6C from Paprika. That here's your t-shirt.
Trying to follow through with that t-shirt all the way. That was really risky.
Ooh. Nice bouquet. Checking that rope.
Punch the rope.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's 6B.
Mini 2C.
Oh. 2Cs, oh my god.
Yeah, you can really tell when a player isn't doing any hit confirms, they're just following through.
Who is there?
That's gonna lift. Oh, yep.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness!
Toby! Let's go! He's in this!
Double secret win.
Oh no!
Alright, there's your one math.
There's your one math. Oh, that would have been great. He should have followed up with a combo afterwards and then used the pick and basket for a mix-up, but it's okay. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and go into training here. I'm gonna go ahead and mute the rest of the voice chat.
could also do it inside there too.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and spec in the training, and if anyone want to watch it and spectate, that's fine. We're just gonna go ahead and explain some of the offensive stuff for each character. Wow, people
Alright,
are
so
already there.
how are we doing this then?
I'm gonna start with Arizona and just go down. Well, I'm gonna start with the farthest on the left and just go down the list. And then once we hit Tina, you can explain her. All right, Velvet offense. Starting off, she has none. So just gonna go ahead and go to. No, she has offense, but it's not anything that's, in my opinion, is scary. And when I say scary, I mean things like, say, Arizona 6B. She doesn't have that. She has an overhead, but it's so slow that you can pretty much react to it whenever it is on screen. She has three lows technically. She has Shatter A, the down back light special. She has Eruption, her 3 eruptions, forward, down, forward, A, light eruption. Same thing with B, that's super. Same thing with B, the medium eruption, and the full screen eruption, the C version. She also has the magic version, and I think people classify this as a different special. So she has the same motion, forward, down, forward with the magic, and it causes a tumble. And that's all of her lows. That is the only lows she has. Just those 3. That's all she has. So with that, all of her normals, go ahead and block. You can just crouch block. That's mid. That's mid. That's mid. That's mid. That's mid. And that's mid. She has no low or high normals. So with that, you can tell she's not an offense related character. She can do some offensive stuff like tick throws. Where you do a button into throw. That's honestly all of the offense she really has. Everything else you can pretty much just crouch block and wait for the Shatter C. Some of her strings are really plus, like say if she does anything into 5D Snowflake, that's plus like 15. It's really plus, but again, since she has no real overhead or low you have to fear, you can pretty much just crouch block until you see this animation. But I understand people have trouble blocking that online, so I would suggest going in training mode and just blocking that. And with that, her Shatter C is extremely unsafe, so if you just hit 5C after you block it, look at that. You can hit a heavy button and punish it. So for Velvet, what she's really good at is covering her options. So just go ahead and block. You see how the Snowflake didn't even touch her Race there? That's pretty much what I mean. She can cover a lot of options, but they're not scary options because one, you can take the throw. Go ahead and take the throw.
Wait, wrong button, sorry. I forgot to mess that up.
Okay, go ahead and take the throw. So once that's teched, like say Icicle is there and then I do throw and he takes it. Icicle, it disappears. So all you really have to do is just wait for 2 things. 1, the throw, or 2, the shatter. So that's all her real offense. Her jump-ins are overheads, but she's in the air. So blocking that high is just fine. Anti-airing it is just fine. Most of her jump-ins aren't that good really as jump-ins, maybe JA. But again, you can like just anti-air with like most of her buttons. So she's not an offense related character, and I really wish people would understand that she's not offense related. She doesn't have pressure. She has combos, she has high damage and stuff like that, but she doesn't have pressure. Like just waiting it out and blocking low is the best option against Velvet. You don't even have to really scout out the throw because again, this game has 23 frames to tech from. So if you're like just waiting, crouch blocking against her, Like just go ahead and crouch block. Like just you can, whenever you see the throw, just tech it. Look at that. Like that's all you have to do really against Velvet's pressure, quote unquote. So block low for all of her stuff. You don't really have to do anything besides block low. You don't even really have to push block for the most part because she doesn't have any good chip opportunities up close. So the most she does is this kind of chip. You see how much, like it barely does anything. Like block low, barely does anything. Barely does anything. So that's all of her real chip options up close. Like if you're blocking low, that may be. But again, that's all she can really do. Like her chip options up close isn't scary. Her chip options far away is that much. That's like on block. It's not really that scary. So June says, Keith, you said Velvet has pressure, but a bit later she has no pressure. When I say that, I mean she doesn't have any pressure that pretty much can kind of like mix you up or anything. She can be in your face and press buttons and make sure you don't press buttons. But if you just waiting, there's no fear, there's no mix up, there's nothing she can do. Like you just block low. She's plus after eruption, but again, there's nothing to fear here because you can tech the throw. If you don't tech the throw, she can do like icicle setups, but if you tech the throw, there's not much she can really do. Like her options are Shatter C and throw, and Shatter C is really slow, and throw is just as slow if you're paying attention. So there's not much real pressure she has. She has keep you in block stun kind of stuff. You got anything to put in for this, Raysol?
No, Velvet's not really much. Like I play Velvet a little bit, but honestly I'm not really good with her, so I can't really give much advice.
Yeah, her pressure isn't about hitting the opponent, just block. Her pressure isn't about hitting the opponent, it's getting away from the opponent. So, like, just go ahead and block low. I won't even do Shatter C. So, like, if I never do Shatter C, there's nothing to fear here. Because if I do something like, just mash jab after 5C, okay? See, it traded. Like, this right here isn't real. Do 5A. Like, that is absolutely not real. Like, even this isn't real. Might have to do 2A there. Like, that's not real either. Like, these buttons into eruption isn't a real strain. So you can jab out of it for most characters. Like, Oleander can jab out of, like, buttons into eruption. So her options isn't, her buttons and pressure isn't for, I'm going to mix you up and hit you with something. It's basically for getting away from them. So, like, just doing this, and now they're stuck there for a little while. So her main game style is zoning and being away from the opponent, because Velvet right here is insanely scary. Velvet right here is like, why are you in my face? If you guys have any questions during this segment, you guys can feel free to ask in the chat or in the Discord. So let's go ahead and move on to. Can we change characters? I don't think we have. So we might have to end training and then retrain. So we're gonna go ahead and move to Tina is I think next in the list.
There used to be an option to change characters after that, but I guess not anymore.
Yeah.
Since they changed which anyone works.
Yes, if anyone wants to spectate. We got one. So, gonna move on to Tina next. And I'll let Raysol go on this one. Because I know some things for Tina offense, but he's been playing Tina for like ever, so I'll just let him.
I just take a push talk. I apologize if you hear any screaming children in the background. I've been on push talk for a while.
Okay.
Let me see. Well, as I've already mentioned, like at least the few times that Tiana showed up in those matches, you really don't want to throw these out, especially if the opponent's ready to block these, because they're extremely unsafe. Like, if you you should be able to punch that with a 5A, if I'm right.
Yeah, I should be able to. It's a 1 frame link though. It's 1 frame, so it's minus 5 on block, so it's really hard.
Either way, if you do this and they block, your pressure ends. If you try to do anything else, you're gonna get punished.
Yeah, there he goes.
It's my turn.
And I've already mentioned that this is completely unsafe. Oh,
yeah, it's completely unsafe.
Yeah, so just to show that off, I'm holding back. There you go.
Yeah, it's super unsafe.
Right. So basically, like, Tiana in neutral, you really don't want to throw these out unless, like the best way to probably throw out an Ashe is, like, at the end of, like, an aerial string. So if you start blocking this, you'll be a lot safer right there, at least, for sure.
Sometimes it's actually plus. I think it's, like, at least plus
yeah,
2.
if you land it, like, as close as possible to the ground.
Yeah.
Obviously, Crash, not really good to throw out there unless you really have that good read on there. But if anything, the best way to use Crash, like, in neutral is if you catch them in the air, and then you can, like...
I see.
So...
Again.
Back in. Oh. Usually I don't do it after an A, I usually have to do it after B. Oop. My bad.
So...
Ooh, that's a little early. Even then you have to time it as soon as they get out of their blocks. So it's even then it's like kind of annoying to do.
Yeah, so it's like
I don't honestly I'm amazed I get the timing most of the time. It's kind of weird doing it in a not real match, but
yeah,
I can actually get it going. Ooh. You want to try it?
Yeah, let me see if I can try it.
Yeah, that was late.
Yeah, that's really late. There it goes.
There you go. But honestly, the real defense against that, if you notice, like, you know, she does that, you could just push block and you could just completely stop it.
Yeah. Go ahead and go into how her grounded buttons work, because they're
Grounded
really
buttons.
strong.
Right. So we got 5A. So like everyone else's jab, you can double tap it. It does extend her hurt box, so you have to be careful with that. 5B had quite a lot of changes from what it used to be. It used to extend her hurt box quite a lot, so it actually did shrink a little bit. And also does launch her forward. This is actually a really good button to throw out there.
Yeah, I think it anti-airs too. Before it was -1 on standing, +1 on crouching, but now it's -4 altogether. On hit, I think it's +7.
I'd have to check the numbers. I don't remember off the top of my head.
On hit. Let's see.
What are you trying to test?
Jab.
So jab after I get hit.
Yeah, I remember before it was +7 on hit.
Yeah, I tried to jab it there, it couldn't work.
Yeah, I think they changed that too, because before it was +7 on hit and it was insane. Let's go into her lows too.
Sure, I didn't touch on 5C, but 5C, the Fire Breath. I mean, personally I feel like 5B is better to throw out there because it is faster and does launch it forward. I mean, you could throw the plus to this one, at least this doesn't not really extend her hurt box.
Yeah. See, it just stuffed me there.
Yeah, sorry. This you generally won't trade if you can use this right. We also got the 2A. Basically similar to 5A, but actually has some shorter range than a 5A. You go like right there. I can show where the range actually is. It's like right about there. Oops.
Yeah, there it goes. That's about it. So it's shorter.
It's slightly shorter, not exactly the same. 2B, which is actually, you complain about this a lot, but it actually is a good button.
I hate that button. I'm fine with 5B, but I hate 2B.
Yeah, if you actually look at this hitbox, it's actually pretty good. It's kind of similar to Palm's 2B, but it does not shrink her hurt box. But it's a decent anti-air.
It's an anti-air, it's a low, it's a poke. Like,
yeah, it's
he's
one of the better
back.
pokes,
Like, just look, like he's walking back. He's walking backwards. Look at that. That's a low. Why is that a low? And an anti-air. Oh.
Hey,
But
come
go
on, give us
ahead.
credit. She doesn't have much else to go in neutral. And also then there's 2C, which used to go a lot further. They did shorten the range, which is fine. It still goes decently far.
And it's also low.
Yeah, it is a low as well.
Ugh.
It also raises the opponent up slightly, like it kicks them off the ground.
And it's an anti-air too.
Not as good as 2B, but yeah. I haven't really used it for that.
Yeah.
Let me see. So we covered the specials, covered the normals. We didn't cover flips, so basically the magic.
Yeah.
So if Tian, if you do back in magic, you do a forward flip. You can also do that in the air, which is a fast forward roll. It's also 1D, which is an upward slow arc. Do the air as well. Also have 7D, which is the pretty much sounds only reversal, but it doesn't really last that long, so you have to really time this right to want to actually dodge something with it. It has what, 7 frames of invul, if I'm correct?
I thought it was invul until like it froze in the air. But it's really fast, so it's probably 7.
It's invul to everything except grabs, but only for like it's 7 to 8 frames. If someone could correct me on that.
Yeah.
I don't remember the numbers too often. Let me see. So, alright, the firecracker is basically, it's up, down, left, up, down, forward, up, forward, and down, forward. With the magic button. And then, what's up?
She's got the super jump, and then she has an air dash. So she can do, as long as she also has fly, and from that on hit and on block, you can fly cancel.
Yeah. You can't fly cancel from launching. It's one thing. Oh, you can? I guess only on hit and block you can. So if you do block it, you can't. So you want to do that.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't fly cancel from the block launcher. Only other block launcher.
But one of the things that makes Tina really strong is that she has the most air mobility into the game. So you could do super jump, fly, firecracker, and flip. So just taking into that account for pressure. So just go ahead and hold block, just block backward. Yeah,
sure.
So you get a lot of opportunities to move around the screen as well as open up the opponent with like several different overheads. So you can do like 4 overheads in one like jump in. So just block high.
Yeah, go for it.
And if you have 2 magic, you can do 5 overheads. Let me get it right.
If you don't land on the ground.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's not that easy.
Yeah, it's really.
And plus, I wouldn't do C anyway.
Yeah.
It has a longer startup. Better off doing D.
Yeah. Let me get it right.
There you go.
Like, that's insane. And since she has her buff JA, you can do more than that. So it's like, that's insane. That's 3 really fast overheads. Oh my god, that was 5 already.
Yeah, but you're probably gonna continue blocking that. That's why you have to eventually go into a low, because it's generally really easy to block them.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of buttons, but they're all high.
Yeah, but where the fear actually comes in is that all 3 of these buttons, 2A, 2B, and 2C, are all lows. So that's pretty insane for being able to do 5 overheads within 2 motions. And then having the ability to cancel at any time into the flip, which you can still do another 2.
But you can jab that, which a lot of people seem to forget.
Can you jab on the ground? Nah, I don't think you can.
If I see the flip coming in.
So it's like 5E. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that hits too much blocks then that I can't even jab.
I think it's 2B works too. Oh my goodness. I explained earlier in the TFH chat why I don't really like flip, but that's pretty much why. Because that is insane. But the reason why she's really offensive is that offensive as in offensive pressure with tools and stuff like that is because of those movement options as well as flip, and then being able to combo out of her grab, so her grab is really scary. She also has, with the flip, it also crosses up. I think it's really difficult to get the cross up with like.
Yeah, that's you have to be in a specific height for that to happen.
Yeah, there it goes. With the flip, she can cross up, and depending on the range, she can like not cross up too. Oh my god, which side? Let's see, what else can we explain about her? With the fly cancel, she can do like silly things. Cross up, not cross up. She's really scary when she's in your face, but just like all the other characters, she has to get in. Her buttons are really good, but again, she has to get in. I don't think there's much else to explain, just because how flip works. Because a lot of her options come off of flip and off of fly and off of air dash.
I see.
Because you think I actually. No. I don't think I can. No. Because it gives a weird timing. If you do it just right, you can actually get a JB on the other side.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Arcanel's done it on me, and I don't like it.
It's a very specific timing. It's really weird to do stuff like that. Oh well.
Yeah, but yeah, she has a lot of mix-up opportunity, a lot of mix-up tools, and a lot of approach tools as well. Like super jump is insane for her, and then fly, and she can firecracker and just go over like everything on screen. So she can get in if she wants to.
The super jump was a good change though.
I honestly
like,
think it's really insane that she can do all of that, like all of that air pressure, and then do like firecracker on the ground, firecracker volcanic ash on the ground, and then be plus still. But that's just me. So she's really good for offense if you like mix-ups and high damage. But I don't think there's much else to explain. Making them fear the lows, going to empty lows, making them fear firecracker, flip, doing your air dashes, using your fly. This button, this JA button is insane. Like, just see if you can block this. Like that's like that button is insane, and it also crosses up. So I'm really glad there's recovery on landing. So this button is 4 frame, it's 8 frames active, so you can just use it to jump in with, and on hit you can like air dash, or just buffer the JB, and then air dash and get the convert. But she's really strong when you're in their face. Let's go ahead and move on to the next character.
All right.
I really wish we could.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't see anything.
I don't see the option.
Nah.
I think Arizona is next.
Yes, I don't remember the order of the list.
It's Velvet, Tina, Arizona. No, it's Oleander. My bad.
I mean, you should know that. It's your character.
You know how long it's been since I've actually played her? Like,
really?
Outside of tournament stuff. I honestly don't really play her much outside of the tournaments.
Do not underestimate the good that dark magic can do.
You go, girl.
Gonna play Oleander on Oleander stage. Okay, so for Oleander, she's extremely linear. Her offense revolves around empty lows, double jump stuff. If they don't push block the double jump, then they pretty much are asking to eat a double overhead, an instant overhead. 6C, her grounded overhead and throw. some of her higher level offensive stuff is Spark into Page into Teleport. This got nerfed before, but now it's still here, but it's just as strong. It just costs more magic, so that's a cross up. She also has the option to do air teleports, same side or behind or away if you want to bait something. But with the low air spark and the teleport, that pretty much covers that. That is honestly all of her pressure. That's all of her offensive stuff. Everything else isn't real or some variation of that. Like double jump over, double jump back over, and get it like the cross up for that. But you can just pretty much crouch it. See? You can anti-air. She's really easy to anti-air. Her jump-ins are kind of butts if you're like not paying attention. Like all of her stuff is anti-airable. This one is probably the hardest anti-air, but if you block it, you can pretty much just push block and then you're out. Everything else just 6A. Easy. 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 You can pretty much 2B the same stuff too. She's really easy to anti-air. She's not really I'm going to pressure you and get in your face kind of stuff. She does have pressure, but again, it's super duper linear if you're ready for the 6C, which is really telegraphed with her turning around. It's pretty much the most like telegraphed move in the game for an overhead.
It's actually harder to see once you have Fred out, actually.
Again, you're not supposed to be watching the book. You're supposed to be watching her turning around.
Yeah, I know that's the thing. But like with Fred out, you kind of get distracted, and it also loses that whole arc, that giant hand.
Yeah, that's why again it's the most telegraphed because it's her turning around. So if you just watch her turning around, she actually pulls out the attack when her eyes move towards you. So that's how much time you have to actually block it. So if you see her turn around, just stand block. And it's -11, so you can just jab punish it. So stand block it. Yeah, that's counter hit. You can also just jab it out during any point she's actually pressuring you. So just hit jab. Like, just hit jab afterwards. In the corner. Okay, I'm gonna do a standing string. Just hit jab afterwards.
Oops. Okay. Yeah. Couldn't stop in time. Yeah, actually it seems to have a lot of blocks right there. Yeah, it just trades.
It either trades or beats it out straight. Like, look at that. You can pretty much just mash that thing.
I am mashing it.
Yeah, it's absolutely not real. So most of the time you can just jab it out. Like
it's not real if you do the jab, but it seems to have more time if you use it from a B.
Like I've practiced it again with Arizona, and I just hit jab and I just beat it out all the time. Like if you're playing against Arizona, you really don't have any offense because counter exists and super exists, so you want to stay as safe as possible. Just crouch block. Most of her pressure extends from doing strings that end in light spark. Because she recovers in time, and since the spark is really slow, you can dash up and do more buttons. But again, her only real options are empty jump low, throw, and 6C. And if you're just blocking low, if she jumps at you, you just jump with her. So if I jump, you just jump with her. If you're crouch blocking and you're waiting for 6C, and she does that, it is now like -2 and you can move again. If she does the string into light spark, it's still her turn because it's either 0 or like plus something is plus for her, so she can dash in and do jab. But on that note, you can pretty much just push block the spark, and she's like, yeah, and wow, she's out. There's no more offense. If you're playing like, say, a zoner, that's really what you want to do. Just push block the spark, and now she's away, and you can do things again. If she's not doing spark, crouch block. That is not safe. This button is not safe. Just hit jab.
Yeah, I can't do it with 5A, but I could do 2A.
Like it's
Huh?
like -4 or something, so it's probably like a 1 frame kind of thing. It's minus enough that you can jab out of it, but because it's paced properly, you can't really punish it. This one, I know you can jab. I know it's hard to do online, but with the frame data, it's minus enough that you can jab punish it like frame perfectly. I think 5C is -6. Yeah, it's -6, so it's really difficult to punish. But characters like Arizona can just pretty much super if she doesn't do spark. So this like crouch block, I see a lot of Oleanders do this. This is -13. You can dash up and punish this.
Nope, 60.
You can, as Oleander, you can just jab.
Yeah, probably.
See,
Yeah,
that
that
is
reaches.
absolutely unsafe. Even like cross block, even that is unsafe. Just do super.
Too late, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit too late.
Oh, then you grab. Oh, that push blocked.
It's super unsafe. Arizona, Paprika, Oleander, even Velvet can do that. She can just do like just block it and then do super and then it'll work. This is kind of safer, but it's still unsafe for the most part. That is still a little bit unsafe. I wonder if you can do it still. Yeah, see, that's unsafe.
Just barely.
Yeah, it's unsafe, and that's not using instant block either. That's just regular blocking into super. So a lot of stuff that Oleander have is absolutely not real. Like cross block. That's not real. You can jab that.
Oh, really?
See, the only thing that's really actually real for her is that.
That one, yeah.
Because that's a true string. It's +2, so if you press any buttons afterwards, you might get hit. If you do like a reversal, then that's a risk, but that's pretty much all that she really has. If you block 6C, you're pretty much golden. Empty lows is scary, but if you just jump with her, then that's you just negated all of that. When Fred's on screen, you really want to push block if she does the meaty fist forward. So like usually players like me use like do the knockdown meaty fist and then go for the empty low or the overhead. But if you push block and then do the absolute guard stuff, then you pretty much negates it. Die. So just you would be push blocking Fred, and it pretty much just covers both options if you use the absolute guard stuff. But that's all of the mix-up she really has. Everything else you can anti-air on reaction, either anti-air on reaction or jab out on reaction. Like most of her stuff, except for this, is like absolutely blockable. Because that's probably the most dirty setup she actually has. Paige, they're in the corner and you teleport B, that's a 50-50. Because she can do that and just stay in your face. And now if you press a button... Surprising, right? All of her pages are really butts. You can just deny most pages with like any button. So like you can do like jab into like 6A and jump cancel out of it. Like just 6A out of it. Ouch. And move forward. All of her pages can be hit and you can cancel into stuff. Like do 5C into teleport B. So they actually give the people that are not Oleander or against Oleander options against her if she throws out pages. So I've seen a lot of players just use like as Paprika using cartwheel C to get a jump cancel off a page, 6A to jump cancel off a page, canceling off a page into other things. She's really linear with her pressure and stuff. I think that's pretty much it for Oleander. If you can block this, there's not much Oleander can do against you. If you practice doing like 6A against Teleport B in the air, then you're absolutely golden. That's it for Oleander, actually.
You're dumb. Now back to business. And you're dumb.
Now, because Oleander has spread, all you really have to do is stay close to Oleander, and that negates all of Fred cross-ups. Fred himself doesn't have cross-ups, but you can like Oleander can teleport and do things like that. But if she's in your face, she has to press buttons, otherwise it's your turn. So, no, I don't want that.
Sorry. Yeah, that was a spectate. Whoops, got out of that.
Yeah, that was weird. There we go. It put me in the spectate.
What?
No.
Oh, no. Oh, well.
We're both in the spectate. Oh no.
I thought I canceled out of that.
I thought I canceled too. I totally canceled, but I think it keeps you in. That's weird. I don't like it. We can't leave it either.
No, we're stuck. You want alt F4?
Yeah, give me a second.
Alright, I'll go ahead and head out.
Give us a second, guys. We'll go ahead and we'll rejoin here. But yeah, with Oleander pressure, you don't really have to worry too much as long as you're close enough to negate any Fred mix-ups. Because she has to use magic for that, and if you're close to her, she has to put you in pressure, and usually it'll block for you most of the time if she does any cross-up stuff. And with that, you can cross counter and negate most of that stuff anyway. So if she does any like B button, you can cross counter. She can bait out the cross counter, but that's pretty much negating all of her pressure with Fred out.
My game crashed actually joining the server. Weird.
There we go. And we're back. At least I'm back.
Yeah, if it lets me in this time.
It may take you a little bit. And we're actually pushing a little bit over time, so we'll finish off the characters and end on that.
Where are you?
I'm at the top again. There we go. Oh no!
Fight request error. What? Eh?
You are involved in another fight right now. If this is just an error. It still has me in the spectating leg horse.
Oh no, it still thinks we're spectating. What?
Okay, so somebody clip the entire segment and send it to the report section so we can get that situated, because that's annoying. That happens several times. So it's something to do with the server, I think. So we might have to change servers. So let's just leave and go to a different server.
Okay.
I really wish it wouldn't stop the. Okay, I might actually ask for that in feedback. Let's go to main 6 official 3. Yeah, I'm gonna ask for that in feedback. It shouldn't stop you from loading the menu if some player actually comes nearby. Gonna take a while to actually join the server.
Oh boy.
Yes, it takes a while to join a second server in any consecutive servers. It's annoying.
Getting impatient indeed.
Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Oh, there we go.
There it is. Okay. I don't have my suit. That's fine.
It's fine. We're both EPAPs today. Isn't PAP next anyway?
Arizona's next.
Arizona's next. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Arizona.
All right, for Arizona offense, she has probably the scariest offense in the game, in my opinion. She has 3 lows, 2A, 2B, 2C. She has 4 low specials: Light Stomp, medium stomp, heavy stomp, magic stomp. And magic stomp is actually unblockable, but it's low enough to be low, I guess.
Well, yeah.
From that, she has one of the best jump-ins in the game, in my opinion, besides like Tina's JC, and that's her JC. This thing is 2 hits. Oh,
there's no picture.
There's no picture. Okay.
Fixing that.
There we go. Okay, I'll just show about the stuff again. 2A, 2B, 2C, light stomp, medium stomp, heavy stomp, magic stomp, and that's it for her lows, quote unquote, for like her magic stomp. She has fantastic jump in JC, 2 hits, easy cross up potential. You can even comment off with the short hop version. She has 1 grounded overhead. This is 6B. Let's see. She has 2D, which is unblockable. 5D is unblockable if you're standing, and 4D, which is the air version, and is unblockable if you're in the air. You can crouch under 5D, but if you're in 2D range, you're getting hit, so you have to be not on the ground. So if you're in this range, if you're crouching, you get 2D'd. If you're in this range and you jump, you're getting 4D'd. So that's her effective range is anywhere that's like right here to here. And that's terrifying, because like even at this point she's really scary because she can do this. If I get it right. I'm too late. And now you're in mix-up potential. So max range stomp right here is really effective. You can. I wonder if you can do this.
Yep.
Yeah, now you're in. Yeah, now you're in the blender. So pretty much anywhere between here, which is heavy stomp, to here is her useful range. Here to here is her terrifying range. And here is where you don't want to be at all unless you're the one actually pressing buttons. So she can do things full screen. And now you're in the blender. So she's really effective on screen all the time. Her buttons are really good because if you don't push block, you honestly put yourself in a really like predicament, because 6A is 20 frames and it ground bounces on hit and gives her an opportunity. Yeah. And now you're in the blender. Also, this is an overhead. This JA is an overhead. It's terrifying because she can do it extremely low. It comes out really fast. Look how low that goes. She can even do things like JC into. Let's see if I can get it right. See how that JA actually still came out? Let me see. Actually block this.
Sure.
Yeah, she can actually have JA come out at the last possible moment during her jump and get like 3 overheads. So it's really insane how scary this move is. She can also do really shenanigan stuff like, and actually do JA high or 2A low off of that. If I get it right. 3 delays sucks. See that was actually a reset. Yeah, that was a reset, but you can also go low with it.
I can't hear the stream.
Umbra probably has it muted, so. Can anyone else hear the stream? So with Arizona offense, she's extremely scary when she's on screen. I really get anxiety playing against her, especially Bubble Boots, because he's one of the more optimal ones to convert off of most things into the blender, which is, this is same side, That crossed up. Same side. I don't know which side that was on.
That was in front, apparently. That was in front.
Cross up.
That was a cross up. Couldn't even tell, really.
Yeah, it's hard to tell which is a cross up.
It's literally the most ambiguous cross up.
It's probably the most ambiguous cross up in the game. Yeah, it's insane. Cause like I've been trying to find a tell for it since I've started playing, and I haven't found one yet. Like a real tell for it. Like her dash jump off of this is a cross up all the time, but just right there, that wasn't a cross up. Like that was. Like, oh my goodness.
It's really hard to tell.
Yeah, it's really difficult to tell. So with that, she can do like resets into like the unblockable, which you have to pay attention to. She can do resets off of like 5D into the short hop stuff, which is what I love doing, because this is cross up. This isn't. This also isn't. Let me get it right. You crouched and it made it a cross up, so
which is most likely gonna happen.
It's most likely gonna happen. Yeah, she's really offensive. I think Sarah, it's freaking Sarah, was talking about set play earlier. This if you want to do set play, this is the character you want to play. Like the amount of reset potential she has is insane. So you can do 5D into the short hop stuff. You can do 5D into the empty low. You can do.
You're always gonna be on your toes and blocking against
5D into cross up. Oh, you can just do whatever. Most of the time, you can just freestyle and it'll be a mix up. So like, what I usually love doing is this, and then you gotta block that high, or block a cross up, or block the short hop, or block the cross up, or block the cross up low, or block the double. Do you see where I'm going with this?
It's nuts.
And she also has the option to do a corpse hop. That crossed up. That didn't.
I mean, she used to be able to do that without the headbutt, with just running.
Yeah, she used to be able to do that without the headbutt. But yeah, she could do like the corpse hop into the JC, and you gotta figure out which side she's going. Same side, cross up. So what I'm going to do now is show you light headbutt, same combo, different sides. Same side, same side, cross up, cross up, cross up. So like with the timing of the light headbutt, you can cross up or same side at your leisure. Pretty much every time the medium headbutt is gonna cross up though. So you still have to figure out what's coming up afterwards. Her throw has no combo potential. Her air throw does, but it's mostly corner only. See how far that goes. And she can still do the stuff in the corner, like even off an air throw. Let me get it right. Yeah, she can just go into hard knockdown, and now you have to do the high-low stuff anyway. Push block is really good against her, but you have to figure out when to push block, or else you're gonna eat like more pressure. So cross block. So you have to figure out when to actually push block, or else just to eat a mix up. Like, look, you see how good that was? She could do 5A, 5B, 2B, and if you're not paying attention, she just reset pressure with 2A. And her 6A actually Gatlings, so this button is -1, -2, I think, -1 or 2. These are either -1 or 0. This is -2, this is -2, this is -4. So her buttons are really good for pressure, so she can just do this all day, and you have to take it, push block, or cross counter. and she's still able to just be in your face with it. So she's really offensive up close. And if you push block, you're still susceptible to mix up. So go ahead and push block. Yeah. So even with that, you have to figure out when to push block, when to cross cannon. Because if you do cross cannon, go ahead and cross cannon. Now you're still in the blender. So she's really scary up close. She's really scary on screen, and her stub normals are really good on block. So you can just hit the buttons and they'll work. Make them fear the lows, all 6 of them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then the unblockable if they're blocking for too much. Even this, you can pretty much push herself into range of 2D. So block low. You notice that stomp doesn't push them back, but normals do. Unblockable works. Let's do the regular ones. Cross block again. She can push you into 2D rope range if you just don't block, but you can up back that or backdash, so it's fine. Yeah, it's a low though, so you can't. Yeah, if 2C is a low, so if you hold up back at all, you're getting hit by the free block stuff. So you can jump out of that, but again, since she has 4D, crouch block. Yeah, you can backdash it and up back. So she's really good. Player, she's really good. Let's see what else. 6B, of course, is the obvious offensive stuff. The cross up is good too. She can stagger, and if you get hit, she can convert into stuff. Any 2D rope is pretty much one of these. She can also just do 2D into short hop, and you have to figure out whether to block low or high for that. I think you can do this. Yeah, safe jump JB, and it'll bait out all reversals, and like all reversals, all counters, or anything. Let's see. She has a super. Her super is has 1 frame after the flash, but it still punishes pretty much anything on screen. So just do like 2C. Like I didn't even wait. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have reactions. It's just
you did it like literally frame 1.
That counter hit, so that works. And now you're in the blender. Say hello to the blender. And she can bait it out too. And then if she does bait it out, she can just super again, and then you're back in the blender. In the corner, she can do like. My bad. Gonna bring you back to the corner.
Yeah,
so super. And guess what? You're in stomp range. So even if you you're still in stomp range. If I get it right. And now you're back in the blender. Hey. I think you can still get like roped out of it too, so yeah, that's nice. That goes about super range. So if you do up backs too, oh look, hello. So she's really strong. She's really good. She's pretty much a character you can play in TFH to understand how TFH works and get used to all the mechanics of the game. Yeah, stop boosts are fun. This has 1 hit of armor, so you can pretty much poke, like counter poke everything with it. If they press a button, you can just counter it with that. She has counter, just a counter, so you can just do counter and stop buttons.
Oh, there you go.
And it does a lot of damage. Magic dash. This like people don't use magic dash enough. Like crouch block. This crouch block. So say you're doing pressure, and they block heavy stomp. If you do this, you just got punished. So what I need to see, what I really would like to see other Arizonas do is this. Crouch block. Oops. Wow, you're safe. Look at that. You're safe. No getting punished for doing a headbutt. No losing a full bar of super meter. You're safe now.
Can you actually block it? Ooh, can you actually block a super? Can I do that? Can you do that again? Oh.
Yeah.
That was probably too late.
Like if I'm in the corner, probably yeah.
Oh, that did cross counter.
Yeah.
Oh,
see how much block stun that is?
Yeah, just cross. You could cross counter it, I guess.
Yeah, but then like I'm still Arizona.
Yeah, I know. Because I tried to do super and I get cross counter.
I wonder. That was weird. That was cool. Look.
There we go.
Yeah, if it's close like that, it'll work. But again, Arizona's the only one that can do that.
Yeah, I know. One of the few characters can.
I wonder actually get hit by this.
I'll get you.
No. Oh my god.
That's sick, isn't it?
God damn.
Okay, so yeah, that's you can pretty much do whatever you want as pressure for Arizona because this is still an option. 6B is still an option. Short hop JC in general is an option. She still has empty lows. People still open up the empty lows. All of her lows are really good because they're afraid of 6B. That's pretty much her entire character. So let's go ahead and go to the next one. Paprika will probably be easy to explain though.
Now you get the horns. Kicking, stomping, and kicking.
Palm and Paprika will probably be the easiest. There it is.
Now it showed up. Why did it show up that time?
Because they had spectators.
Oh, you're right. That's why.
Yeah, this is running a little long, so we're going ahead and speed through Paprika and Palm. Because Palm really doesn't have much offense, really. But Paprika has like some really straightforward stuff. For Paprika, remember, empty lows. They work. They're really good. JB is a good jump in. JC is a really good jump in. JA is also a really good jump in. You can do JA into throw, into low, into command grab. So it's like that. Command grab is really good now. Use command grab. It goes pretty far. Make them afraid of the command grab using your low. This is also jump cancelable. All t-shirt is jump cancelable, so you can do reset in the command grab. You can do cross up. You can do go into the overhead, which is cartwheel C. So let's see. Combo into the cartwheel, jump cancel the shirt or the cartwheel and get an empty jump low. Make them fear the command grab. Once they fit the command grab, they'll just be holding up back all the time, so they'll be opening up to this. You still have access to, if you played before the patch, you still have access to the kissy face resets. If you don't have low, if you have low Jogoto K, so you can do combos 6-8, empty low, or command grab, or the overhead. So let me get the cancel right. So you still have access to all of that stuff. Just you can't do it out for like really high damage stuff. Let's see, her throw is really good. She can come out of it. Super is pretty much where most of the setups come up from. She gets a 4-way. Cross up in the low. Same side in the low. Or my favorite, meaty command grab. That pretty much negates all blocking anyway. They can't tech that, they can't tech it, they can't block it, so it's pretty much a really good option now. 6C, since you can jump cancel, you can do things like let's see. And then you have to figure out which side or how low or the command grab. And since command grab actually refunds jump decay, you can use that more often now. Also, you can cancel normals in the command grab, so block low. Hello.
Oh, jeez.
GG's. Good game. Just block low again.
Too far.
Yeah. There we go.
There you go.
So you can do this off of pretty much any normal. So block low again. Give him the butt. Butt first, kisses later.
Oh no.
So you can do that with any normal. So you can do that off of any normal and get the command grab, and then you can go into the shenanigans. And then they gotta block the load, jump the command grab, or they'll just die. So she has teleport stuff too, so you can do like cinnamon roll into like teleport B, and then as a cross up, or like picnic basket stuff. Like push them into the basket, teleport.
Oop.
They tech, and then you just pop out of the basket, and then you can get like really high damage off of it and stuff like that. But that's most of what Paprika does. You can do like, just go for the cross up, make them fear the command grab, use tick command grab setups. She still has access to her overhead. You can do standing resets and stuff with t-shirt or cartwheel A. Let's see. That's pretty much it. She has a lot of potential. Like 6A, you can jump cancel. Bouquet, you can't really get resets off it, but it's mostly a combo tool. 6A staggers on air opponents, and Cartwheel A and 6C are both jump cancelable. So that's pretty much her stuff. Let's go to the last character, Palm.
I don't want to be here.
Palm needs more colors.
She does.
She really does. It's okay. Palm's offense is kind of difficult to get started with because you have to have a dog on screen, and pretty much whichever dog on screen changes which pressure whichever offensive tool she's trying to use. But Chopper is pretty much the go-to for most of it because you can do cross-ups with him. If I can get it right. Yeah, it's difficult to get it started. But Chopper's a really easy tool to use for pressure because you can do like empty low with Chopper. So empty low, Chopper's on screen, and then you just get high. A lot of offense is actually just her doing nothing with dogs on screen. So you can do like Chopper call with empty nothing, and they'll get hit by the overhead trying to block the low or trying to stop the low or something. Also, you can do like Chopper call with like let's see, Bitey is a low, so you can do things like JB into Bitey.
You have to do the down one though.
Yeah.
The normal one's a mid.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's it. So that's why it hasn't been working for me. Okay.
Yeah, because Bitey has 2 attacks.
Okay, so yeah, that made me a lot more scary. Why would you do that?
Because you have to share this info, man.
Like, oh my goodness, she's insane with Bitey. So for most of her scariest options are like Bitey setups, because if she does JC plus Bitey, you just got hit. I don't know which side it's gonna be on. I don't know whether it's gonna be high or low, but it's usually like high into low, but it's like so close together that it's hard to block. So block this. Try to block this. Yeah. And since JC can actually cross up, that makes it even scarier. So a lot of her options are using Bitey with JC or JB, or using dogs with like JC to cross up. If she has no dogs on screen, her offense is pretty much null, besides like throw. And instant air dash things like this. That's pretty much all of her offense, because she just can't really do much for it. Umber says, "Can you push block that? What can you push block?" No, you like if you're not
Block
blocking
what?
the mix-up, you can't push block it. So
Yeah, you can't push block something you get hit by.
all of her normals are okay, but they're not good for pressure. So if you block the slow, that's -6 if I'm right. And this is like -5 or something. So both of these are really minus, these two buttons. So like do jab.
Oh.
Yeah, these are actually like really minus. I think 5B is like -4 and then 2B is like -6. So 2A.
Nope. That's you mashing.
Okay, you do 2A. 2B.
2B. Oh, 2B.
Yeah, there it goes.
Huh. Why couldn't I mash it up? Weird. I'm just spamming the button.
There it goes.
There you go.
Yeah, it's spamming the button makes it a little bit harder. Let's see. This is unsafe. Block it and hit 2A. It's super unsafe. I was cross blocking that. This is super duper unsafe. This is still super duper unsafe if you cancel it. See, I was trying to block low there. This is the only thing that's really safe for her is 5C into dog call. And only digger call. So yeah, that's pretty much the safest thing. And this is why I say digger is really strong, because she can do this string into digger and then she just reset pressure. So she can do things like instant air dash again. And now it's your turn, but she has digger, so if you do anything like say jump in, you can call digger and now it's her turn again, or you just got anti-aired. So digger is really good. Use digger, please use digger. For her, that's honestly all she has for offense. Like if she doesn't have dogs on screen and you're blocking low, there's not much she can do. If you up back during her strings, like say after I do dog call, that negates everything that she has like in her arsenal. So you can just do that. If she it's an air dash, she can up back that too. And now there's no mix up. If she has dog though, this gets a little tricky because she can do the instant air stuff and to assure pressure because it locks you in place. Things like chopper, she can do.
Bravo.
And now she's still in, and then she can end that with doing the digger call. So she has pretty much extended pressure and then ends with a dog call. Let's see. She can also do things like and just keep you there for a while until you start push blocking. But there's no real mix up to it unless you aren't paying attention to the air dash. So if you're in the corner, there's not much to fear unless she does this. Hang on. Mama Dog! Mama Dog is the scariest single dog on the screen because this attack is insane. Do you see how she just pulled her out of the corner? So if you do that, plus JC, that pretty much is like a mix-up.
Oops, there's lava.
You can jump at it, but both bites actually pull you, so it's really scary. This is also a mix-up since she has a command grab. That's really scary, and she also has counter, so if you're pressing buttons against her... let me get it back on screen. You just got hit. So Mama Dog is really strong, and she's also available in like anywhere on screen too. So once she's on screen, like you can call Mama during super. So let me get this right. And now you're in a mix-up. So you can call Mama Dog after Super, during Super, anywhere on screen, and if you're in the corner, you don't need to spin Super to do it. Also,
Oh boy, here we go.
oh my god, I actually comboed that.
Nice.
That was sick. Okay, so you can combo into Papa Dog and still get the mix up afterwards too. That's, oh my god, that's actually insane. I'm clipping that. So Papa Dog is scary too because he follows you around and you can do whatever you want while he's on screen. And Mama Dog and Papa Dog actually complement each other. So if Mama Dog is on screen and Papa Dog is on screen, you're pretty much in trouble. That's pretty much it. Papa Dog doesn't have any command grabs, but he has this. So that's really strong because it puts you in a tumble, and since the Papa Dog is following you on screen, you just got put in range of Palm, and Palm can OTG. Since he's really plus, Palm can get a lot of pressure going, and just get a lot of free pressure from it. And Mama Dog call.
Right there, you actually couldn't even see the JB because Papa Dog was covering you.
Yeah. JC is a really good cross up. JB is a really good cross up. One thing to remember is that Palm's 2B actually is jump cancelable, and so is her 6A. So you can do things like don't block.
Oh, don't block.
Yeah. Crouch. Just crouch. That was a cross up. So you can do things, shenanigans like that if you want to get a cheeky like corner swap. I pretty much do that just to bait people who are pressing buttons too much into like JC. So that's pretty much the gist of her pressure and most of her offense and most of her setups is hard knockdown with the dog on screen into JC plus dog or JB plus dog. She has an air dash. She can do like air dash things, and she also has the float. So she can do like late air dash stuff. But that's pretty much it. I think, yeah, that's pretty much it. She has a throw. She has the empty load. She doesn't have a grounded overhead, but she has dogs, so that counts. I think that's it for offense for all the characters. You pretty much gotta go into training mode to see if you can find anything else for them. But that's like most of their stuff right now, so let's go ahead and end on that. I am getting tired. It's been 3 hours.
Oh, it's been that long already?
It's been 3 hours. I'm hungry.
Yeah, now that you mentioned it, jeez, I need to get some to eat.
Okay, thank you all so much for joining us for the Young Lions. This is my first time actually hosting the Young Lions, so it's kind of like sloppy a little bit. Shoutouts to Song Hacker. He does these so well, and I hear that you guys love it so much. Thank you so much to him for that, and thank you all for coming out and doing some training with us. I hope you guys learned something here. Be sure to join the Fighting Fanatics Discord server and get some more tips and tricks for that. Hopefully the Mubai will actually post the link sometime soon. Be sure to join the unofficial TFH server too. There's a lot of information on there, and the devs actually hang out around there. So if you want to like say hello or something, you can do that too. Remember that there's no TMS, no the Magic Series tournament this month. We're taking a break. Well, we should at least be taking a break. I don't think I have any other announcements. Next week is supposed to be a regular match commentary stream, I believe. So be on the lookout for that. The announcement will be showing up for that the weekend of. I'm actually going back to first shift at my job, so I should have some free time to be able to do stuff with you guys in the afternoons now too. So if you guys want some training in the afternoons, go ahead and hit me up. Anyone on the Fighting Fanatics server can do that as well, so don't be afraid to actually say hello. We're pretty cool cats there. Join up though on the server there if you want to play other games too. We do play other games. We usually have a Sunday game night or something, and there's a lot of people that enjoy a lot of different other games. I know Raysaw has been doing like XCOM games and stuff and creating characters for people. That was actually pretty cool.
I really should get back to that. I've been kind of, I don't know, been out of it lately.
Yeah, I know that a lot of people in the server play a lot of different games, and usually there's a pretty good turnout for those games too. I don't think I have anything else. We should have some new stuff coming for the stream as well as the YouTube channel coming up soon. Shout outs to Truby. No hints on that though. lastly, I think there's nothing else for me. I don't think Rich has anything for me either. Let me double check. Yeah, okay, I don't think there's anything else here. That pretty much ends the third Young Lions training session. Thank you so much for coming out. It's been real, guys. Peace.
See you around.